Good morning, Board of Directors, and thank you for inviting us here today. We are Iron Horse Industries, empowering the computer generation. Iron Horse Industries is one of the leading computer brands in the world, with an excellent track record of profitability and a global reach spanning 4 continents. We have been in business for 6 quarters and have developed a competitive advantage of financial proficiency and marketing adaptability that has seen us rise from a Chicago-based startup to a global computing empire. We're here today to help you understand the digital age and our importance in it, and offer you the opportunity to get on board to help us do what we do best, empower the computer generation. To begin, let's briefly take a look at the talented Iron Horse team. Our company president is Edward Truong, who also acts as the VP of Human Resources. Tai Lee, also known as Joanne, acts as our VP of Finance and Advertising. Omar Al-Zaharani is our brilliant VP of Market Research. And I'm Justin England, the head of Iron Horse's Marketing and Sales Management departments. Now that we're acquainted, we'll examine the past 6 quarters in detail. As you can see by the cumulative balance scorecard, Iron Horse Industries placed 3rd overall behind Pekainen Tech Inc. and Prestige Computers. Although it's evident by the graph that our companies lag behind these 2 computer wholesale giants, we at Iron Horse proudly consider ourselves to be leader of the follower companies. As financiers, it is your responsibility to look at future growth and return on investment. And of the 5 companies at market, I think you'll find that Iron Horse has the greatest potential for further expansion. We started out in the Mercedes market with our M Series product M1, managing to capture 38% of the market. Over the course of the 6 quarters, we incrementally introduced new generations of the M Series, M2, M3 and finally the M4 Pro. We also entered the workhorse market with our W Series in quarter 3, and similarly we improved on the original W1 with W2 and W3 following in subsequent quarters. Although we experienced quarter-on-quarter sales growth, our market share slipped as Pekainen Tech and Prestige Computers began to dominate these markets. To remain relevant, we invested heavily in R&D for our M4 Pro product and ended quarter 6 with an aim of revenue maximisation and cost reduction.
The target market strategy at Iron Horse began with an aim to focus on 2 customer segments, Mercedes and Workhorse. We decided to forego the traveller market as market research indicated comparatively poor segment growth over the 6 quarters. Looking back, our target market strategy could have been more aggressive as our major competitors were able to penetrate our target markets to greater effect, putting us on the defensive and forcing us to fight for market positioning in later quarters. The distribution strategy of Iron Horse Industries was demand-oriented. Through primary market research, we determined where the highest growth markets for our targeted segments were located throughout the world and invested capital in the construction of sales offices and training of salespeople and technicians. Additionally, we capitalized on online consumer behavior and introduced a web center in quarter 2. As the demand, the M Series and W Series gradually increased, we progressively hired more salespeople and technicians across our international sales network. By quarter 5, we had a brick and mortar sales center in Chicago, Paris, Shanghai and Sao Paulo, serving the global demand for computers. Once this was achieved, our strategy shifted in quarter 6 to economize and maintain visibility in our selected segments. Our adopted pricing model is reactionary. We initially tested our target market price sensitivity and found that Mercedes customers were willing to pay premium prices for our M Series. Similarly, Workhorse customers were also able to pay higher than anticipated prices for the W Series. However, when rivals Pekainen Tech and Prestige Computers began to undercut us, we were forced to react by dropping our prices in line with theirs in order to remain competitive. You may have seen our extensive ad campaigns for our M and W Series products on the internet and in business magazines. Impressed? Well, our consumers sure were, with both our M3 and W2 ad copy being voted best in the world according to an external consumer watchdog. Our secret was imitation and development. We replicated successful ads by market leaders Pekainen Tech and gave them an Iron Horse flair. Ultimately, this helped us maintain relevance in both the Mercedes and Workhorse markets.
Our operational strategy is one of efficiency and high performance. We have invested heavily in our employees, both in sales and in our factories, in order to keep them productive and minimize wastage. As of quarter 7, Iron Horse salespeople productivity is at 81.5%, second only to Computerland's at 84.1%. By the same token, our factory worker productivity sits at 90.3%, beaten out only by Computerland. We attribute this high productivity to our generous employee compensation package. We see the employee compensation as an investment rather than an expense. And this has proven to be effective in terms of employee output. Iron Horse Industries currently has the fixed capacity to produce up to 125 units per day. The positive return in sales has brought the company's net operating cash flow to over $3 million. In quarter 6, Iron Horse has also managed to pay off the remaining balance on a conventional bank loan taken out in quarter 4, bringing our net cash balance at the end of quarter 6 to $4.5 million. After 6 quarters in operation, Iron Horse has reached the massive milestone of generating more than $10 million in total revenue. Gross profit has increased steadily to almost $6 million, and net income is sitting just under $3 million as of quarter 7. The company has received a total of $8 million in capital investment of common stock, with earnings per share at the end of quarter 6 at $36, a substantial increase from negative $30 in quarter 1. With no debt owing at the moment, Iron Horse currently has almost $8 million in total assets, with more than half of it readily available in cash, $2 million in fixed assets, and $1 million in product inventory. Retained earnings has improved substantially, with accumulated losses from more than $5 million in quarter 4 to only over $100,000 at the end of quarter 6. Our inventory turnover ratio is quite low when compared to our competitors, which means that we are manufacturing more than market demand. However, our net profit ratio as of quarter 7 is the highest at 28.72%. Iron Horse return on assets ratio and return on paid capital ratio are well in the upper range when compared to other companies competing in the Mercedes and workhorse markets.
Here at Iron Horse Industries, we want to empower the computer generation. We've been able to bring 17% of the world market into that new future, steadily increasing our customer base from quarter to quarter. Although we didn't end up with the best performance scorecard, what we lacked in tangible success, we made up for in heart and consistency. Cumulatively, we were one of the top performers in marketing effectiveness, financial performance, and total performance. From day one, we had our sights set on the top, and Iron Horse's current global presence is testament to that ambition. If you decide to continue funding our operations, we'll be able to spread our influence into new markets, find new customers, and create new products, helping bring the world into the digital age. You can help shape that future. You can help empower the computer generation.